Hey folks, hope you guys are doing well as usual. So it's a beautiful sunny day in London, and this is the first time in a week where we've actually had really nice weather. So I've decided to take my e-bike for a ride along the canal, because basically the rest of the week was so wet and cold. I honestly just didn't really want to leave my house, but you can see today is beautiful and sunny. It's about 21, 22 degrees today. And so I'm riding from Alperton through to the Northala hills. I've got some. Sorry mate. No problem. From Alperton to Northala Hills is about 3 miles in total, so it's only about a 20-mile ride, 20-minute ride. Sorry. I'm only doing between 10 and maximum 15 mile an hour along here because these canals get really busy. There's always lots of people, dog walkers, people's cats sitting along here, and so whenever I ride along the canal, unless it's a long straight stretch of road, a long straight stretch of the canal, I never go really that fast. And it's a nice Sunday anyway, so I'm just slowly riding along, just enjoying the day. And if you guys you want to see more videos on the Fiido L3, you can check out my other channel, which is E-City Explorer. It's listed in the when you go to the home page on Cyber Apocalypse, just have a look for E-City Explorer. And if you're interested in e-bikes or reviews on the Fiido L3, I've got a dozen or so videos there. This is actually a quieter part of the canal to ride from. If you ride from Alperton, say down into the city, when you get past like Stonebridge Park, Harlesden, it's really busy down there. There's a lot more people. But even though it's not as busy here, there's still a lot of canal boats along this part of the canal. In fact, I used to actually work out here, and a couple of years ago I used to work near Greenford, and I think there's actually more boats now than there were when I was traveling to work back in the old days. I can't remember there being this many of them, so maybe there was, and I just my memories kind of forgotten a few things. You know, when you ride along the canals, you always see some crazy things. Look at that boat there, that looks burnt out. You see the back of that boat? I'm not sure if the camera caught it. The back of that boat looked like it had caught fire, and it was a metal boat, so obviously it didn't sink. But you know, this is the type of thing, when you ride along these canals, you do see a lot of things that you wouldn't see anywhere else. And when I've been riding along these canals, I've seen a lot of sunken boats, even big boats, you know, boats that you think might be worth 10, maybe 15,000 pounds. I'm not sure why they sink exactly. Probably, obviously, they got a hole in them, I think, but maybe it was just neglect and they didn't, you know, do basic repairs on the boat, or you know, maybe something else happened to it, I'm not sure. But you do see that quite a lot here. And if you look at my channel, and you'll see some of the rides I've done, and you'll see some boats that I've taken videos of just you know, sitting in the water. I think it's the job of the River and Canal Trust to actually remove those sunken boats. My horn seems to be working today. When I got this bike, I had it for about a week and I never tested the horn. And then I went to use the horn and it didn't work. So I called up the Fiido rep, and they got one sent over from China. I just sent them my address, just texted them my address, and in about 15 days later, a little horn came from China. But it wasn't actually the horn that was broken. It was like it was just a bit of a loose connection in the wiring. And so sometimes it stops working. If I just wiggle the wires around again, it starts working. Luckily, it hasn't affected the rest of the, you know, electrics on this bike. Like the engine's never stopped or anything like that. And so it's never ever broken down on me, this little Fiido L3. And I've been using it now for 6 weeks. 7 weeks to go to work. I've used it every single day, apart from 2 days when the rain was too heavy. And if you have a look on my channel and you have a look at some rides through London, you can see some rides I've done through London on this bike as well. Quality on those rides is not that good, because I kind of got a cheap action camera. I'm using the Wolfang GZ420, so it's not like, you know, DJI or GoPro or Insta360 quality, but it kind of like gives you a sense of how well it does. I remember I did one of these rides a long time ago when I had my electric scooter. Rode it out to the Northala hills, and the footage was so bad. Footage was so bad because it was so shaky. It was unusable, so I never posted it. But I'm hoping that the footage on this is going to be a lot better. I've got the image stabilization on, so that might help it. And then I'm actually going to run this through, I'm going to run it through DaVinci Resolve, and I'll try to like stabilize the footage more. I'll try and post 2 videos. This one is on 4K 30 frames, and then I'm going to do another one. On the way back I'll drop it down to say 2.7K. Thanks.
What time is the early?
And then I'll drop it down to, drop the resolution down and increase it to maybe 60 frames to see if it helps with the make it a lot smoother, because I've only had this camera for a few weeks and I'm still kind of testing all the settings with it. Brightening up a bit. Half an hour ago when I was doing this ride, it was actually, clouds were kind of coming over and it got a little bit dark, and so I kind of waited and I thought, oh, I'll give it half an hour to see if it kind of brightens up a bit. So that's nice now, it's turned out nice. Hopefully I can remember where there's a turn off up here to the north, where you turn off onto the road, and then that takes you to the actual hills. Hopefully I can remember where it is. If I can't remember where it is, I have to stop, switch my phone on, and then wait. Hopefully I shouldn't pass it. I remember this part before. I've been out to Northala Hills a couple of times. This will be my 3rd time going out there. Gave the bike a little bit of pedal assistance there. It's rare in London that I need to actually pedal this bike. When I use this bike for work, there's only one hill where I actually need to pedal to get it up the hill, and that's like a really steep, long steep hill, but if you hit it, you know, if there's no traffic and you can, you know, hit the hill at a fast pace, it really helps as well. And then you're only really kind of pedaling for the last, you know, 100 meters up this hill. But I was going quite slow when I hit that little hill there, so I'm only doing like 13 miles an hour along here, but it's a good speed to go, and you never know what's going to come out at you on the on these canals, because they're narrow, and if something pulls out in front of you, you don't have very much time to stop. Still quite green here. You can see UK hasn't been hit by any real heat waves, because if you go to my local park right in the middle of summer, say mid-July, or about mid-July, you'll see the grass is all completely dead, and trees are, you know, don't have any leaves on them, they're all burnt. Okay, there's a lot of houseboats here as well. I'm not sure, there must be a road over there that those guys get off on. I've never actually ridden along that side of the canal. You can't really ride along it, but there must be a footpath where the people who live on these houseboats get off somehow. It definitely seems busier now because I can't remember there being this many of them, but maybe there were. And they're doubled up as well. If you have a look at some of those houseboats there, you can see, I think the camera should be wide enough, you can see two, you know, they're like moored next to each other. So this guy, this is the one thing about riding along the canal. Hold on. Okay. Oh, get an itchy arm. Gonna let this guy go. No problem. Yeah, so like I was saying, one of the things about riding along the canal, I've ridden along it for quite a long time, is you know, the bushes grow out. Some people must cut them back. Okay. No, it's still not it. I think we need to go. I'm gonna stop here for a second and just check how much further there is, because I don't want to miss the turn off. Okay, my phone's, because I wasn't using my phone, it's basically switched off. Yeah, so what have we got? Yeah.
Thank you, mate.
Thanks. Yeah, there's about another, I would say, maybe half a mile left till the turn off. And I remember a few years back I was riding to, about 3 years back actually, I was riding to work. I was working in the city, so I used to ride my bike all the way in. Actually, it was my electric scooter back then, but I remember quite a large tree fell over the canal, fell over the track, and everybody that was riding along the canal basically had to lift, you know, stop and lift their bikes over. And my scooter was about 25 kilos, but luckily I could fold it, and so I was able to push it under. Okay, there's some tracks here you can turn off on. That's not it. I think it's a bit further. Wait a second. Oh, I think I have to turn around here. Yeah. So I think it's... I think it's further down actually. Oh, I can try it. That bridge was never open before. Let's see. Oh, okay. So I think I know what's happened here. So this bridge here that we're coming up to used to be blocked off. So basically, to get there, you used to have to go further down and then kind of come back on yourself. So I don't know why that bridge was blocked off all that time, but now it seems to be open. This is the first time it's been open I've ever seen. And then I'm following Google Maps, so I got no idea. But this is I don't usually take the Fiido off-road, but we'll see. Seems to be handling it quite well. Not exactly strenuous for the bike. Okay. And if this doesn't work, doesn't really make much difference. I can just ride back. This is like, so that there is the motorway, and that's where I need to come up. Yeah, so okay, so essentially I wonder if I can actually, you know what, I think so there's a lake there. Oh, that's the canal. Right. So essentially I need to get up onto that main bit. So I'm going to push the bike up here, use a little bit of the rear motor to help me go up this steep bank. There we go. No problem for this bike at all. And we're on the right side, so I'm gonna pan the camera around up here. So you can see over there is the canal. Really loud here with cars. I'm not sure if the microphone will pick it up, but if we go straight down here, that was the canal. We were down, and so I'm not sure if the camera will pick that up, but we need to come back along this way. Okay, so now it's just basically usually not many people who walk along here, because this is right quite far out of London. I think that is the I think that's the A40. No, it's A40 or A4, one of them. I used to drive along this all the time. I can't remember which one it goes on to now. Been a long time since I rode out here, or drove along here in a car as well. Wrong way. Shit. Okay. So I've gone the wrong way. Right. So unfortunately, when I came out, didn't look at GPS and got a bit lost. But I only rode for a minute. It's not that bad. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, there's the A40. goes on to the M40. Oh, thanks. Cheers. That's all right. It's a bit quieter now. Yeah, I remember this part before. You go down this little bit here, and it comes up, and then you're right there. So we should be there in a couple of minutes. And one of the nice things, if you're riding from, if you're riding from the city, like if you live in, central London, and you get to the Paddington Basin, or even if you're in Camden, you can actually ride all the way along the canal, right through to the Northala hills, like right along the canal, which obviously makes it like a lot safer than riding on the roads, because, this is new. So you can see this cycle track here. This was never here before. This must be part of some of the new cycle routes or something they've put in. But that's quite good. And we are here now. So there's a no entry sign. This is a super wide cycle track, man. If London had all these types of cycle tracks, it would be blimmin' amazing. But unfortunately it doesn't. Okay. So nip through here, and this is it. So I knew it would be really busy here today. I didn't realize there'd be a fun fair on. If you come here on the weekends, it's always busy. The best day to come is during the week. And if you come here during the week on like a rainy day, then there's nobody here. So but I got some kids fun fair here. I'm gonna take you for a bumpy ride and see if I can ride right to the top. This I would doubt whether I can ride right to the top just on the motor. It's only got a 350 watt motor. It's probably not going to be powerful enough to go all the way up here. It's probably going to be bumpy as well. Yeah, I'm definitely hitting the pedal. Okay, and this is here.
Wait. Side low. Side.
There we go. It's not as bumpy as I thought, actually. I remember when I had my electric scooter, It had a 350 watt motor in it as well, and it could make it up here without having to get off and push it. So the GZ420 is sold as an action camera, but you know, even on kind of like terrain like this where it's not that bumpy, there's no way it's as good as the stabilization is nowhere as good as, you know, the you know, high brand action cameras like GoPro and DJI and Insta360. But I mean, it only costs, you know, about a quarter of the price, so that's a big advantage. This is nice, there's nobody here now, nobody in my way. And one of the advantages with this Fiido L3 is the bike is so small. Basically, you can take it, you know, places where you just can't take bigger bikes. When people look at it, it looks like a kid's bike. And, you know, if you're riding a huge mountain bike up here, somebody might like look at you like, you know, like riding these tiny little e-bikes. Nobody really says anything. And when I park this bike next to like a full-size, like, you know, mountain bike or something, this thing looks absolutely tiny. You're actually sitting at exactly the same height as all the other normal bikes. It's just that the seat is up a lot higher, so it gives you the same viewpoint as a normal bike, but it's just absolutely tiny. And this, I picked the best day. This is the only day I've really been out of my house and gone anywhere for the whole week. I'm on full power now, but the bike is still, engine's still working. And this is it. This is the Northala hills. I'll just give you a little look, and I'm actually going to stop the video here. This way is facing into London, and you've got Heathrow out here. Yeah, yeah. So right there, there's the city of London, in that direction, and beyond that you've got Heathrow Airport. And I'm going to leave this bit of the ride here. I'll do another ride on the way back, and I'll post both videos. Like I said, I'm going to change the settings on that to increase to 60 FPS to just see if it smooths it out a bit. So I hope you enjoyed this ride out to the Northala Hills, and if you've enjoyed it and got something out of it, it would really help the channel if you would like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.